Well, hello everyone and welcome yourselves back on into Manor Lords. I hope you're ready to take over. Today, gonna carrying that spear. Sorry, I'm getting distracted as always. I'm getting ready to take over a new region in this beautiful, beautiful mountain area. Here's our settlement at the moment. As you can see, it's getting quite big now. It's in a good place. And we've got to move forward though. And that means taking over this bad boy. There's still no farming here. The only farming region is this one down here. But this has a very good defensive position. Now, food-wise, this one's going to be a little bit less. But actually, it's not going to matter. Most of our fighting and everything's going to come from this settlement. So we're going to build into this one and see how we get on. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. As always, your support on the channel has been fantastic. We are getting so close to 20,000 subscribers, so if you aren't already, please do consider that. Without further ado, let's get the money rolling. So we're max settlement, by the way. We're pretty good here. I think we've got 16 crossbow militia. We're still making them, and we have some mail armor coming in, as you can see throughout here. So we're going to check in, and I think I'm going to hire someone. And it might be the good old Wayward Sons. I do love the Wayward Sons. They are my favourite. These light mercenary infantry would come in handy, but the fact that we have 2 extra bowmen are great. So I'm just going to grab them. Where are they? That is the question. Okay, they've shown their face pretty well over here, so we'll get them kind of out here ready. Because the raiders, if you didn't know, they only seem to be coming from over here, which is great. So they only come from one angle as well, so you can kind of set that up defensively to deal with that. So we've got those guys in. We'll prep that ready. We are on year 6, 261 families, so all is looking fab. Let's leave those crossbowmen for this fight, and let's take the guys out. And honestly, we're going to lay claim, and we'll hotkey them all up as well. We are good. Let's get those moved there. Yeah, money should be flowing good. We were opening up the trade routes. We are pumping through pretty much every resource here. And as the families come in, we'll be making them over here as well. We'll get helmets in this one when it's upgraded. And we've got an extra couple that we can get in here as well. All right, we are ready. So let's go out. The first thing we're going to do is claim this bad boy. It's time for the fun. Yeah, buddy. Earl hard. Let's do it. Lemonhead is taking this bad boy. And the gauntlet has been thrown. We are ready. So, I think he's going to come... Well, where's he going to come from? Oh, hello. That's different. Was not expecting that. I have no idea why you're allowed to come from that way, but we have got you covered. No worries. So, we're just going to form a line along here, I think. I'll keep those in there. And get these in there. Where is the... I should probably check this. Okay, it is over here, so as long as we're in. Interesting that they're going that way, though. So let's have a look. I don't think they can come up round the back. So they do have to come at this front point. So yeah, in front of these rocks should be good. So actually, we can widen this a little bit further. Apparently, the battle begins. So I think we get the archer squads over the side of here. Let's get you tight in there. You're actually going to come more angular through there, I think. We should have the range on these guys if we pull forward a bit. We should be able to shoot. Yeah, they're shooting anyway, so you stay there. You stay there. We'll let these just kind of pop at them. They have a huge army. No idea why they have such a big army, but we do have the heights, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's get these guys. They're all braced, aren't they? We'll have you braced and then pushing in. Let's turn this a little bit more. And we should be killing some of these archers at some point. Come on, Wayward Sons. We'll get them on missile alert. Okay, we killed one. Should start taking some of their numbers. We have the height, so there should be a severe advantage to this. Why are they not coming? They don't fancy it, do they? We're losing units too. Move them forward a tiny bit. Spread these out. We go all day with the arrows. We'll take you out. You have 3 squads, but we have the height. They are hurting us, though. Wonder if we can It'd been cool if we could have grabbed them from behind. We could get our crossbowmen in from behind, but they'll all turn on it no doubt. So we'll just have to go for a while on this until they push up, I guess. We're losing quite a lot, though. Let's move them over this way. Wayward Sons. Wow. Okay. This is very different. They have not normally behaved like this. They normally just come straight at us. And they're not even in... Why has the zone moved? I don't understand why the zone has moved. Alright, looks like we are going in. I'm going to have to go forward. See if we can do something here. And we'll get these guys. Hopefully we can route one of these. Get these guys to shoot on those temporarily. And we'll get these turned this way. With these flanking this way. You guys still okay on the hill? Honestly, if I get them to maybe shoot on some of their melee ones. We've pretty much wiped that unit, though, which is what I want to do first. They have taken an absolute beating. Oh, well. Wayward Sons are expendable. Still can't get over why their army was so big, though. Pretty crazy, actually. Right, let's get these guys shooting on them. Kill them. Kill them. Quick sprint. Just quickly hack through that little archer guy there. And then come back. It's one unit. They're going to lose these Wayward Sons. Okay, here they come. Good. I'll get them just to shoot on that then. We should be able to collapse on this a little bit if we brace here. Could probably sprint down the hill, but I don't want to come too close. If they're going to send one at a time, that's no problem. What I'm going to do is use these. I'm going to bring these up that way. I'm going to get those in on there full sprint. And those in on there as well. I'll try and wipe this one out. The other guys aren't there yet, so and then I'll bring these up. Get you guys back up this way. We'll see what we can do here. See if we can wipe that nice and early. We have a little bit of armor on as well, so we should kill them pretty quick. What I need to do, though, is get a sprint on with these and make sure we can cut these off. Cool. They got some big numbers there. I have to peel off with that one. Get these guys shooting on. Oh, wow. Have to draw those away if we can. How are we doing? Let's get them pushing. We're probably going to lose this fight, and I haven't ever seen a fight go like this from the enemy, and I don't know why they have so many units either. Very confused by that. It's like they bought all the mercenary units beforehand. That will be a lesson learned. That this map, well, they've obviously changed the fighting. We've completely lost this fight, which is crazy. The battle area changed, which has never happened before. Oh, well. I guess it's the first time for anything. There is no point. We have lost, so we'll let everyone just kind of break, and you guys can have the battlefield then. Going to be pretty low on population until they all replenish for a month, so we'll just kind of wait. Pretty crazy, because we were armored too. You can all go. You can have the battle. No, peace has been declared, so you lot can disappear. Thank you. Go away. Wow. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe the AI has got better. He has a lot of troops, though, for this early on. That's kind of weird. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we killed an archer. 11 squads. And we only had 7. 11? Unfair. I'm sure there'll be a lot of you telling me what I did wrong. I don't think I did anything wrong. It's never normally like that, and I've played plenty of runs, and that has never happened before, so we'll take it as a painful loss. Alright, a couple more days, and they should be back now. That is hilarious, man. I don't have the Wayward Sons anymore, so I can't pay them. They're dead. What are you on about? It hasn't gone, so hopefully I still don't have to pay them. And it looks like all the mercenary units have now gone, so it's like when you go to war, they just buy them all. Maybe I should have grabbed more. Oh, well. Right, we've almost got all the ones buried, and I can hear all the family members coming back now, so we're fine. Now, in other good news, though, our regional wealth is increasing quite well. That is a really good thing. At least we can replenish and refight. And I should be able to bring this up a lot. The problem is now we don't have enough influence to even try and take it again. I still can't get over that, though. That was a lot of units that came out. That was like end game units. Hey, in other news, though, look at this. We have serious amounts of apples now. The honey fish is good. Eggs are ticking over nicely. The only thing that's slowing is the meat, actually. I could probably get 2 in the hunting camp. We have enough to do that. And I've just been upgrading all of these. There's a lot, but it's for the storage of apples, so should be fine. And I will continue to try and get this maxed out again. I'm just going to spend it all. We'll get enough. If we go into the minus, we go into the minus on what we owe. It shouldn't be a problem. We're getting about 100 a month here. And I'll keep the tithe going anyway, just to try and get this up. All right, as much as I do need to open a new trade route now. Now, we're eventually going to be able to do the mail armor, but I also, the one thing I want to do is we can get the metal parts selling. So these bad boys, we can say export. We can say export to, we'll say keep 10, so we can actually make the crossbows, but the rest we will sell. We're getting good money in, so let's just utilize that even more. So let's sell the excess. We've got 3 full marketplaces of families now, so it's all looking good. And food and fuel is looking good as well. We're in the winter and we still have the good amount, so everything is actually fine. We're pretty much back up. I've got another crossbow unit in here, but all of these are pretty much replenished. And I'm slowly buying in these guys as well. You can see our treasury is going up 122 a month. So we've got more than enough to pay for the King's tax. And I thank you for that reminder. I do have a well in here, which I'm going to turn off and turn that off pause and let that actually be built. I completely forgot about that one. I'm upgrading all of these chicken houses here so our army can wear the mail armor. Because a lot of them may have to have gamesons, so I need to make sure all the houses are being upgraded here. Alright, let's take a look. We got a good amount of leather. Let's go ahead and change the cobbler shop now to make 90 shoes. And what we'll do is open up, hopefully, a shoe trade as well. I think that's commodities. It's going to cost a little bit, but I think it's worth doing. So we don't need more than, to be honest, 50. And let's open that trade route. We've got more than enough to do it. And this is going to snowball, hopefully, our money as well. So let's get any extra sales of that going. And I'll continue to lick my wounds as we go through. We've almost got enough, though. We've got plenty of houses, and it should be flying up on families as well. So I am going to let it run a couple of months just to get those back in. And that is unfortunately the end of us seeing the mercenaries here. So the only way we could have done it is if I hired all 3, actually. Alright, just bringing you back in to show you we have some serious wealth coming in now. I have just been letting it build. So we've got the 3 crossbowmen just coming in. And as you can see, there's helmets coming in instead. So because of our houses not being upgraded, I flipped 2 helmets to make sure they get all of those. So the rebuild is here, baby. We've got a much bigger and better army, and we will have. And I've been slowly upgrading the retinue because the amount we're getting in is pretty good. As you can see, we are over halfway through the upgrades as well. And I'm going to take that down to around 300. Which, there we go. And it says 310, it's gone up. That's fine. We're making quite a bit. If I scroll up, we're making 203 per month. Look at these apples now when they come in, man. The apples, it's even going to get even more. So I've got 3 apple ones down here. They're only just getting in there. So that's really cool. Let me get that one upgraded as well. We're slowly but surely filling all these houses. I've got a few more that need to be filled over here. But as you can see, these are tier 2 ready to become other things. And I can get one more armor workshop making the mail armor. And then once that one's upgraded, I can go again. We've also got this one that is needs to be upgraded to level 2 that I can also get in as well. I've got plenty of families, so we're fine. Just thinking about getting in maybe another one. And we could potentially start selling a little bit of honey. So I might get in one more trade post. And honestly, I think it can go here next to the other one. And there we go. The registry has changed now, so I think we've paid it all. So I can go through and just get these last ones kind of done. Now this upgrade alone can take on 2 to 3 units. So it's going to be good. We will try again. We've been paying the tithe and we did kill 1 bandit camp, so influence is enough. But yeah, I'm going to wait until they're full before we even attempt it. And then we're going to have to say no to any mercenaries now, unfortunately. So it is what it is. We just need a few crossbows. I could flip the other one. We're making enough money to flip it if I want. So I could put them both on crossbows. Let's do that. And I did make another bloomery, so I'm going to get 2 in there as well. Because we've got way more iron than we have slabs. And that's going to slow down production if we don't get it. So I've got another 2 smelting over there. And then everything's just building so quick. It's crazy. Get a horse in. And let's fill this one up. And honestly, we're pretty balanced on everything. So I can actually consider upgrading these guys where possible as well. And that just means we'd have more armored troops. So I want to make sure we get these ones done over here first, though. And that armor's workshop in here. Let's go for the mail armor this time. So we'll make sure there's a reserve of 10. And we'll make those mail armor so we can get those in. We can buy gamisons for the rest of them. But I don't know what I'm doing with this one, actually. I honestly think another bow's workshop. And I'm going to put it on normal bows. We can just speed this one up. But we've got 2 making the crossbows now. So it shouldn't be a problem. And the armor's coming in is a big deal. So that's really good. I'm just going to turn up the ale a tiny bit, the barley. So we're going to go up to 15 now. We're making more than enough money, and I've put 2 in the malt house. I think this one I still will make a brewery, so we'll have the 2. We have the families to accommodate as well, and I can get the last horse in for the trading post, and we should be fine. Money should still roll in massively. And I've got 3 families in here now with a decent overstock, so we should be fine. We just got to wait for them to distribute it, really. We have the ale in the pantry, as you can see. So yeah, just a case of waiting for them to kind of get it all in, really. I'm just turning the tax down to 4% now. We're going to half it for the extra happiness. We don't need to be taking this much now. We are fine. Now, this next fight shouldn't be so bad. Hopefully, we killed off some of the mercenary units that they did buy, so it shouldn't be a problem. I think that's what happened. And we will have then our retinue after we get this one up and running. So it'll kind of snowball us anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We're almost there. We are at this now. So just need waiting on a handful of population and some crossbows until we're maxed out here. And I've just seen we don't have that much space. We probably need to now consider getting them up. Now, the 2 breweries I don't want to upgrade to the tiers that we said. But some of these I can continue to get the upgrades in for the blacksmiths here. Let's start with those 2. Just to give that extra 1. And then, honestly, apples and veg are pretty good, so we're fine there. I'm just thinking we've got these ones kind of ready to be upgraded to tier 3 when we can as well. Now, all of a sudden, the ale's kind of nosedived, even though we've got ale in, if that makes sense. So we've got constant flow of malt and that. But I think it might just be down to the sheer amount of people we might need in granaries. So I'm just going to bump those numbers up. And that 4th food variety in the winter is going to slowly become an issue when the fish and meat disappear. So we do need to be careful. We have some in stock, but yeah, we have 4 with the eggs, but it's just not enough. And we have upgraded rapidly. So worst case is we could potentially top up. Just keep some food coming in. I mean, quite cheap, right? And then when we've got another settlement, we can force it that way anyway. So I could just kind of like import eggs. Just get some eggs on the go, why not? So they always keep those kind of topped up for us. And then hopefully the ale will go out eventually. We definitely have it there. It's just a case of whether it's going to distribute across to them at all. I'm just chucking in a few more houses now. I'm going to get in more eggs just to balance it. So in the summer, we should be able to get it going a little bit more. I just checked the dropped amount. We do have fairly good amount of food anyway. Veg, apples and honey are always going to be fine now. It's just getting that 4th one in. Now, the happiness really doesn't matter when they're upgraded past that point. It's just what I don't understand is the more people we put in here, the less efficient it is. It's really weird. So I don't know whether we try and get one more tavern in just to see if it does anything. My guess is no, so I'm just going to play around. I feel like having 3 families or 1 makes no difference in the tavern at all. And all our further away ones just don't seem to be grabbing ale anyway. Alright, there is a slight uptick by having 3 over 1 family in here. I am seeing it go up. So we're hovering around 40% with 1 family. So you'd expect that to kind of scale per family, right? So you'd expect 2 families to be around 80% now. So the 3 families should take us back to the 100. It might just take a moment, but it looks like it's working. It might have just been a little bit bugged. I just need it to get over to these, to be fair, and then I can get them upgraded. There it is. Oh, we ain't got any more roof tiles. Oh, well, I used them all. Interesting. It's time to... Oh, that's expensive unlock. All right, we'll do it. Kind of just get 8 in. They're quite expensive to get in. I can get you upgraded after. Yeah, that makes sense then. It is going up. So we should hit the 100% again. I did change the overstock to 15 as well and put a couple extra people in the granaries, so I don't know, that might be stuck around there. Oh no, there we go. 97, 100. Okay, so we do have enough. Just seemed to be a little bit buggy, but it's fine. Right, if I look then, there we are getting a lot more in with the mail armor. I'm just seeing if... What I'll do is go to the full numbers, see if we need to get any more. And then I'll just buy in Gamesons. But if I can get them all to tier 3, it shouldn't matter anyway. So it should be a pretty hefty kind of thing. So if we just have a look here, we are just shy now. Everything else looks fine. It's a shame you can't say only put tier 3 into the army, if that makes sense. So it will just grab from the tier 1 and tier 2 homes. And obviously I'm not upgrading the 2 breweries because I've heard can be a little bit buggy. So I'm just upgrading the other ones around it. There we go. We can get these up. Should have got that one as well, but that's fine. This whole row looks awesome. And just so you're aware, I did build the second well and max it out so we can fit 100 houses, no problem. We're only at 46 anyway, but we're fine. Now, most of our army should be from tier 3s now. So we should see pretty much all of them with mail armor and the helmets coming in as well without even having to buy them. Money's still looking good. We are obviously topping up our eggs, and we should have the apples in. As they just run out, we should get a bunch more coming in. But if I click this one, we do have an overstock on our markets. So there's plenty in. Just the fish just don't seem to be coming back. Or we're just harvesting them so fast, you know. So yeah, I might need to upgrade my breweries, guys, because if I look here, see this? So they need a couple of helmets, but they can't have mail armors because they're tier 2 and they're in our army, which is kind of annoying. So I might test the waters and upgrade one, see if it breaks the ale stuff here, and if it does I can destroy them. It's fine. We've got a whole bunch of families in over here anyway. Look as those apples come in as well. Let's change it. Look at them rolling in, and there is so much for them to pick as well. Gotta be careful of obviously spoilage as well, but I don't know if more apiaries is the play. What have we got? We've got 4, 8, 9, but I feel like we could go more. I don't know. We got a good amount of firewood and food though, so we're fine anyway. Fuel is on 14 months. So I'm going to test the upgrade here, guys, and just see if they are going to work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but I need them upgraded for the army purposes. So if I go in general, you can usually tell. So this one doesn't have an army, so I can leave this one. Oh, it does, actually. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to need to upgrade this one as well. It needs... See, they're requesting Gameson. If we upgrade it, they'll request mail armor or Gameson. So we do need to get them done. Alright, breweries are upgraded, so wish me luck. That one's been upgraded now. These are the last houses with armies in. That are, yeah, see now it says mail armor instead of Gameson, so that's what they'll want. It's important to get that, because that is how we beat the enemy. And based on that last fight, I'm going to need every bit of help I can with that mail armor. And then once we're maxed out, we can start selling the rest of the mail armor as well, making money. And then in turn, we'll trade that for more food. We could probably do this with just the one settlement anyway. No, it looks nice though. Nearly 400 pop this is, and it's quite compact. Alright, let's check to make sure. Right, iron ore then. I reckon we could go ahead. And I'm going to get one more in the mining pit now. Let's see if that's going to go, because I've just checked and we have more iron slabs than iron ore. So we could probably just mine the hell out of this, actually. We've got the family, so why not? Now, I think I get it though. Because it can fit 50, you'll need 50 in for the 50 houses permanently, right? So we may need a second tavern. Might just squeeze another one over here. That'd look kind of cool. Quite often, at least in, I don't know, in British towns, there's pubs everywhere, you know? Or used to be. I'm just looking. We now have malt climbing. But, ale. Just ticking 1, 1, 1. Let me just change it to this. 10 ale. Probably be easier to read if I do it through this way. It's going down. So they're not making more. You are right. There does seem to be no ale being made now. Look at that. So when I upgraded to tier 3, 100% correct, they are not doing a thing. So I think what we need to do is, honestly, I'm going to have to bin these out, I think. It's not useful at all. It is a good catch. That malt is just stuck in there and they're not making any more. Yeah, malt number's still going up. Ale number almost completely gone. 0 supply. Look at that, just from upgrading them. Okay. So, we're going to have to make a couple of tier 2 ales houses. You know what, I'll make one double. Let's do that. Then these guys, I'll probably you can't change these guys to go back to the other ones, can we? So I'm going to demolish one of these breweries. That's not useful at all. Hopefully they'll go to another one. And I'm going to have to do the same for this one. So let's get rid of that one as well. Asking person inside to leave. Be gone. We've got houses for you. So whatever ones we get in, I'll have to wait. But that's kind of frustrating, isn't it? Can't do anything with that. Yeah, definitely not working at all. Right, we're still just waiting for this brewery. I can't actually destroy this one, unfortunately. It just doesn't let me. And you can't actually reassign people anymore. Different jobs. So, yeah, all good fun. Try to change the malt to 1, see if I can get them working. There might be something that I can do. Let's see, I see one transporting. But the rest are just waiting. Going home. So the malt is in there, definitely. But there's no brewing happening. So we're just going to wait for this to kind of populate. I'm demolishing out a couple of these houses. So the next ones that come in are these ones. So we'll get rid of all those chicken coops that I did build just to try and force the ale into here. So be aware of that. And thank you. I did want to test it just to see. But it seems like when you upgrade to tier 3, it breaks ale. All right, the next family to come in is going to be this one. I've got it doubled up. I'm not going to upgrade. This one can be upgraded because no one moves on to tier 2, but that should be fine. Yeah, no matter what I do, I've tried a few different things. I can't actually delete this house. They do have the firewood in now after pausing it and then unpausing it. But, yeah, not making much difference. They're starting to do things and then they disappear, so it is what it is. I think we're almost here on these guys, though, which is good. And, honestly, I feel like all of the tier 3 lot... Right, we've done it. Let's get that upgraded. We can get another brewery on. I'm just looking. I feel like all of the guys that have been upgraded to tier 3 on house plots have stopped working completely. Look at this. So none of them are doing anything. So if we look, none of them are bothering making anything new. So I'm just looking at my resources and yeah, nothing. They're not going up. They're just stuck on a static figure. How interesting. So it doesn't seem to be just breweries. It's absolutely everything. You can prove that by making another one, I guess. But that just makes all of these families completely redundant in here at tier 3 then. I might be wrong. I'll keep an eye and let's see if they're making anything in here. Some good news to it though. We got the ale back. I wonder if when they're unhappy, they stop working. Let's have a look. Yep, every single tier 3 house has completely broken then, guys. So none of these are now working at all. Wow, that's definitely a game-breaking bug. I need to report that one. So what we're going to have to do is just build a load of tier 2s now to get these made again, right? Yep, they're definitely, none of them are working. So not a single one. I'm keeping an eye on the resources here, and every single one is broken. Right, I've made 10 more houses. We need 11 total to be able to replenish this. Man, that's not good. That is not good at all. So we can't even finish building our army here. So no armor, no nothing. All of these completely redundant. So I'm going to get all of these upgraded and I'm going to demolish these houses out if it lets me. Still can't demolish. There we go. The brewery can go now. So I can get one more back in here once they've moved those resources, hopefully. There we go. Lazy sods, eh? None of them wanted to work, that's all. Alright, I'm going to slowly try and demolish out some of these houses then and hope that they move into these other ones. Which they should do, and I should be able to upgrade them pretty quickly, so it should be fine. Get a quick replacement of all of these. Alright, let's start with the blacksmiths over here. So 3. We'll try and get each one done as we need them. Let's try and demolish a couple more, if it lets me. Okay, that one can't be demolished, nor that one, so we're just going to have to wait for enough houses. And then we'll go with bowyer workshops over here. I'll rebuild those houses, but we'll make them into something else. That's really unfortunate, though. How many bowyer workshops do we have? So we need the joiner shops as well. What have we got? 3, 5. Joiner, upgrade. So we'll just pause this. We've got iron parts. We've got spears. We got tools. I'll let the other ones finish. Okay, we got war bows. Let's flip you to crossbows. War bows. We've got 2 of those going. Almost there. I should be able to bin, hopefully, one of these now. we're not actually going to be able to. We've got to keep these at tier 2. So we're never going to have a full army of what we want. Although they might have moved into the other ones, to be fair. I think ale is slowly coming back into business, though, at least as well. What a frustrating bug. There we go. Production is back in business, so we should be able to fill out our army now. All right. So let me just double check. We've got 1, 2, 3. 3 blacksmiths. So I need another joiner shop here. Need 3 joiner shops in total. Our biggest problem is we're not going to have enough room for the other one, so I can replace a couple over here. So we'll have small shields, no problem. Then we'll have large shields. And then we got the bows, good. Wonder if I can go ahead and demolish now. I can. We can do one at a time as they get upgraded. So they've gone into these ones. Get those upgraded. And we'll go with the last joiner shop. This one's going to be armor making. And that one's going to be armor making as well. We've got one in this little slot. So 2 armorers shops. How silly, eh? How blinking silly. So I can put chickens up. I wonder if the chickens are still producing at tier 3. I think they are because we have plenty in stock. Yeah, I can see them going out to them. That's fine. So it seems to be artisans exclusively. And that was why our money was dropping as well. So what have we got? Wooden parts. Cool. So armor shop. We've got mail armor and helmets. Cool. Everyone's back in business. We do have a raider coming, but I am going to pause it and we'll deal with those in a moment. I'm going to get that one upgraded. And then these 2 could probably be chickens. And then hopefully I can get a couple more tier 3 chicken houses and get those guys binned out. Silly, silly game, eh? There we go. We're filling back out. Guys, that is going to be where I end this one out, though. Thank you so much for joining me. Unfortunate game-breaking bug, actually. But it is what it is. Really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already. As always, I'll see you in the next one.